Hello, Tarot, and thank you for coming through the pyramid back here to our spa. There's a pool, and we swim after we do our reading.
Who would have thought?
Here we are in ancient Egypt.
Because we know they had swimming pools because Akhenaten,
our favorite,
the bad boy pharaoh.
Bad boy pharaoh.
He actually was the first monotheist.
Yes, he was. He banished the multitude of gods and just
fired the priests.
Can
you imagine?
Took the city and put it into the desert, just very much like you told me. Like Vegas,
yeah.
Like Las Vegas.
Yes, it's very much like he set up his own Las Vegas.
He set up his own Las Vegas.
Yes, so what happens in Amara stayed in Amara, I guess. It was kind of a hippie sort of.
It was
bohemian.
Bohemian. He was a radical.
Yeah, and he was married to Nefertiti.
Yes, that beautiful Nefertiti with that long neck and that beautiful face, the most beautiful face of Egypt.
So that, they were sort of like the Brad Pitt and the Angelina Jolie of ancient Egypt.
That's right.
But I said all of that because he was the first pharaoh to actually depict family life in steles, hieroglyphs.
And interestingly, Nefertiti was depicted the same size in the statuettes of them, which symbolically meant that she had equal rights.
She was co-regent.
She was co-regent,
yes.
Co-ruler.
Mm-hmm.
She was respected equally. And in fact, back here, the women had tremendous rights.
Yes, they were very independent. It was the best place to live.
It was the
in the ancient world.
Yes.
So we said all that to say, yes, Akhenaten actually swam with his children in this very pool.
This very pool back here.
Yes, you can imagine. So, yes, we call it Club Pharaoh.
Club Pharaoh. Where you meet the best priestesses
and
priests.
I think we should call it Club Isis.
I like that.
Club Isis.
Club Isis.
Here we are.
I can see it now.
Yes. All right, new idea.
So,
okay, Sag, we're back to you now.
We're back to you
and
now.
Welcome to the Oracles table. For the month of May, we're going to read for you, but before we do, we're going to chat a little bit about what was going on in the month of April.
Yes.
A pivotal month.
Oh, because
for Sagittarius, they had the Wheel of Fortune in the upright.
Oh, this was quite a tremendous month. April was for you. Lots of shifts took place in your life. A sort of a turning of the wheel of life for you. Sort of moving into another phase of your life, which was what made the entire month so karmic for you.
Yeah, it's the way Egyptians measure time, not in a linear fashion.
Yes, and that's what the Wheel of Fortune is about.
It's
not that we move
cyclical fashion
from bad to good, from less to more, but that life is a cycle. Sometimes we're up, and sometimes we're down.
And you were up last month.
You were up.
Absolutely. And at the end of the month, remember when we had the 8 of Pentacles?
Oh, yes. So you became the independent, self-sufficient,
studious,
and you really had the material world at your feet.
Yes, you did.
In effect.
Yes, you did.
And you were in charge. And I think that was really quite an achievement for you.
Yes, yes. Because we've had the King of Swords in the past.
Yes.
Oh, and we had the Fool. I forgot about that the month before. Remember, in March we had the Fool, and then in April we had the Wheel of Fortune. So there's like this new adventure.
Yeah, you were on a new adventure.
That you are on.
And that caused you to have a life change. And it also allowed you to become more the master of your realm. So,
let's see
what May has in store for you.
4-card spread.
Yes, tell them all about it because a lot of people are new.
Yes, okay. 4-card spread.
Yes.
And we do this every month. If you haven't watched before, shame on you. Glad you're here today.
Thank you.
We will be reading first card overall this month. Bleh. First card is the overall environment of the month. Second is the card of challenges. Third, the card of the unexpected, which we love. And the fourth card, the end of the month, sort of wrapping the entire reading up into a story. And so stay tuned for that. And here we go.
Here
Ready?
we go.
Go. Here we go.
First card.
The overall environment of the month.
All right.
Okay.
So
This is May. Okay.
this is May.
And May seems to be, for many of our signs,
Yes.
it seems to be about sort of making a plan, a stable financial plan
Exactly.
for your life, because this card came up. It's the Four of Pentacles.
Right.
It came up.
All right.
Yes, for our Aries.
For our Aries, yes. So the fire signs are having to take a hold of their financial and career and that which produces for you your security, and to not only map it out, but to create a situation where you that which you have, which you own, which you possess, it remains stable underneath you. It's a four, so stabilizing your financial world, your material world, and keeping close at your heart that which you have created on a material level, guarding it.
And sometimes this is called the card of the miser.
Well,
But
it
it
can
doesn't
be.
feel that way this
Not
month.
in this
It feels
position.
as if this is more about balancing the budget. Maybe there's some things coming up
Yeah.
that you would, you'd like to do, but you're not sure
Yes.
if they truly make sense, since you are the Fool, which is the great adventurer. So this is a great card for Sag.
It is great because last month they were moving into a new phase of their life, and they were becoming a master of their domain.
Right.
And this is now turning your attention on those particulars, those details, and in the position now of your challenge for the month of May. Oh, that's interesting.
Okay, and we have the Eight of Swords in the upright, and
That's it. It's in the challenge position. So
Yes.
that's interesting.
yeah, because this card already is a challenge card.
Yes, it's already a challenge card.
It's kind of like Stockholm Syndrome. And I always say that, where you identify with your captors
Oh.
and not those who can actually, release you or save you. And that's kind of, because this woman, of course, she's paralyzed by all of these ideas or notions or this value system.
Right.
She can't move forward.
She feels
Blind
as
and
if
bound.
she's or stuck. You don't see any
Paralyzed.
Paralyzed.
Yeah.
Paralyzed by what? Paralyzed by your own thoughts and ideas.
Your thought patterns.
Your thought patterns. These are negative thoughts, and they have created a little circle around you, and you feel bound by them. So you're trying to figure out something.
Yeah, and you're really challenged by it.
And you're challenged by it.
Yeah.
And these are just to, you see, you can't see the solution. This is a thought pattern that you've been in that you cannot see the solution to, because you're blinded by the multitude of these ideas. They're eight of them.
You're hemmed in.
You're hemmed in.
It's like that song, "Don't Hem Me In." I don't know what song that is.
I don't know what song that is.
It's some old song.
Yes.
But it is, you're hemmed in.
It'd be a new song from
It's
here.
it's like a feeling of being hemmed in, but I think this is kind of like redundant. It's funny that Spirit puts it here because it's like redundant. It's like, because usually if you're in this position, you really don't know it.
Right.
But you know it.
Right. Well,
Because it's a challenge. You know this is your challenge, and it's up. It's come up this month.
Yes. So what it is, it seems like you're presented with a lot of ideas, and there are almost too many for you to really feel as if you could make sense of it. And so that's what's hemming you in. This is a card of reason. You see, you're challenged to use your reason as opposed to your heart. And so your challenge is to open your mind and to become reasonable it and apply your reason to the situation.
It is
so that you can find your way out.
This is like a maze, like a mouse.
Like a maze.
It's like a mouse in a maze.
Yes.
Because you see their cheese on the other end, but you're not sure how to get there.
Yes.
So you need to make a plan.
Again,
to get to the cheese.
So now you need to make a mental plan and you need to make a physical plan.
Right.
That's interesting.
Yes. Yeah.
So
and you can do it.
And you can do it. And that's because obviously there's an opening right in front of her, and all these things again are illusory. Because thoughts are illusions. You can create whatever you want with your thoughts. Know that. So.
Wow. Okay, so we have in the position of the unexpected, we have the 10 of Wands, which is you're unexpectedly assuming additional responsibility. You have many desires that you're actually bearing the burden of, or other people's desires. It's starting to feel like very much because of this card.
But these are your passions.
They are.
But I don't always see this as negative, because 10s are completions. So what is this? These are your passions. This gentleman is really carrying his bundle.
10 of these.
10 of these.
He's carrying 10 of these.
He's carrying his harvest, because this is a farmer, and he's going to town to market with what he's created, his passions.
And this is fire. Sag is fire.
Sag is fire. So you've all that you've created, all that means so much to you, everything you're passionate about, you're trying to take to market. It's done, and you want to, meaning take it to market, meaning to figure out a way that you can actually use this to sustain yourself with. To bring it out to the public, to present it, to present your passions to the public. And it represents a lot of burden too, because to do that, you have to organize, you have to delegate, you have to order it. Because all of them are too dense. You know, it's too dense in front of you. You have to make an order in front of you, and you have to make some sort of assembly of your passions.
Yes.
And then take it to market.
See, we always disagree on this card.
All right.
I'm going to flat out tell you I totally disagree this time.
That's why there's 2 of us.
Yeah, we don't really disagree very often, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
And
and it's lovely when we do.
It is amazing. Well, to me, especially in this position, the position of the unexpected, after we see this card right here, the 8 of Swords, which is in the position of challenge, it tells me that you may be feeling overwrought. You may be feeling a bit sorry for yourself. You may feel as if you're carrying more than your share of the burden. And you're not able to see your way out of it, because I think you need to drop a few of these passions. Perhaps you have too much going on, I guess is what.
Well, you know, I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
That's an absolutely legitimate interpretation of it as well.
Yeah.
There's a huge audience out there for all of those particular circumstances that they might be experiencing. That might in fact be exactly what this means for you.
Right. But the beauty of this card is at the end, we are at the 10. Sometimes it's okay to let a few of the balls drop, and the world will continue to spin.
Right.
And it may actually help you find your way out of this situation, or perhaps it'll help you get to the cheese in the maze.
Right.
Because you have a little more time. You have a little more, you know, sometimes we just need time to reflect.
Right.
And because if we're distracted, I guess that's what I'm getting at with this card. This card feels like distraction, like you're distracting yourself with all these things. And by doing so, you do not have to deal with this problem, which is other people giving you your thought pattern, your perhaps
negative thought pattern.
Yeah,
that's your challenge, is to stop negative thinking or negative self-talk.
Mm-hmm. Oh, negative self-talk. Yeah. Oh, that's it. That's it. You're right.
Yeah, negative self-talk, because we all are guilty sometimes of negative self-talk.
Okay, so this so far seems to me that this is, you distract yourself to the point of, you know, you're running around in a flurry.
Yeah.
Unexpectedly.
Yeah.
And maybe that's not such an accident, because it helps distract you from the negative thinking.
Right.
You know?
That's a wonderful scenario of it as well. Now, if you have been sort of gathering your wheat, and you want to take it to the market, well, that's about unexpectedly. Maybe you finish unexpectedly.
You're at 10.
You're at 10, and now it's time.
Right.
And now, because it's time, you're burdened.
Right.
It's a lot of work.
But this too shall pass.
But this too shall pass.
But just don't let it happen again. Don't just, this card needs to end.
Yes.
Right.
All right. So we come to the very last card, which is the overview, or perhaps an event that will be very important for the month as well.
The rest of this story.
Oh my God, how odd.
Knight of Cups.
All right.
All right. So, once again, we have a pentacle, we have a sword, we have a wand, we have a cup.
What a rich month May is for you.
You're getting around this month,
Sag.
Sag.
Every single aspect of your being.
Right, I love it.
You have to pay attention to the money. You have to pay attention to your mind. You have to pay attention to your passions. And at the end, you've got to pay attention to your knight in shining armor.
Right, Prince Charming.
Prince Charming comes waltzing into your life.
Yeah, at the very end. Oh wow, how nice is that?
How nice is that?
So the Knight of Cups is sort of like the salvation of the entire thing.
Yes.
At the very end.
So at the end, you do meet a lovely gentleman.
Right.
Who comes from the heart.
Right.
That could very well be for you. Now, on a more general level, the Knight is about. You see, if it were a page of cups, it would be a new love, something that you love that's just starting to manifest in you, like a new creative inspiration. But at this point, you've developed it. Mm-hmm. You're not really quite ready to bring it to maturity, but you're exploring something creative, some inspiration for something on a art level, you know, as well. For those of you who are philosophical,
or there's a movement,
or yes,
there's a movement of like something that's emotionally fulfilling, moves through your life.
Yes, something moves through your life. Sometimes it can be something artistic, or it can be representative of even your children.
It's something that saves you on an emotional level.
Yes, it does, and it lifts you up, and you're emotionally at a point where you feel somewhat accomplished as well, and that will help you bear the burden and deal with the distractions of your passion. It will help you also to deal with negative self-talk, and I don't know if it will help you.
Well, managing the money in you know, the overall. So it's like 4 practical things. Like, what's practical? It's really about, you know, sometimes we get so focused on how much we have. Not how much. No. Let me back this up, because I'll cut this out. Because sometimes we get so focused on what we don't have that we forget to really appreciate what we do have. And this card,
it can be that.
It can mean that.
It's beautiful because the 4s, again, are about finding your foundation, your stability, and appreciating what you have.
But do you appreciate what you have is the question.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. If there's negative self-talk, if that's your challenge, then we're not sure.
Yeah.
Because you may be telling yourself you don't have enough.
Right.
Which is often what this card means. Feeling of not enough.
Right.
So you keep too much. You keep everything guarded towards you, so you don't share.
Right.
You don't give.
Right.
And money needs to circulate.
It does.
It has to be like a movement of money for it to generate more money.
Right.
And so if you want to invest in something, well, then maybe you're too calculated.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah.
But then if you look at these two cards, we start with this, oh my gosh, I don't have enough. And then we move into, your challenge is to turn your thoughts around so that they're purely positive. So affirmations are perfect for you for this month, Sag. And then, maybe it's okay. Unexpectedly, you're going to be carrying a lot of responsibility, maybe at work, at home. You're going to maybe feel a little out of sorts because of it. And take a look at that as well, because at the end of the month, there's this wonderful night. Yeah, it's like emotional rescue.
It's emotional rescue.
Yeah.
And you're rescued either by your own creativity or by someone who represents, the heart and love and faith and kindness.
And that actually was a song, Emotional Rescue. Do you remember back in the 80s?
I don't.
I'll have to post it on the Facebook page because that is your theme song. That is your theme song, Sag. It's Emotional Rescue.
All right.
Affirmations, okay?
Oh, Sagittarius. Well, it's an interesting month. I'll say that.
Awesome, awesome month. But this is a good card because Four of Pentacles, even though you may not feel as if you have enough.
You have enough.
Yes, you do. And do you know that's a great place to be because all of the millionaires behave this way.
Oh, yes.
They hang on to that first dime they ever made. There's nothing wrong with that.
The more money they have, the less likely they are to spend it.
Absolutely. So thanks for tuning in, and please, if you'd like to know more about this Knight of Cups, because he actually could be a new love.
Oh, yeah.
A Prince Charming.
So we have love readings as well. So please go to virtualtarot.wordpress.com and have a personal reading from us. It's quite a spiritual experience, and it has pragmatic aspects as well, if that's what you need. It suits your needs. We customize the readings, and if you read or buy a personal reading from us, it also helps us to maintain these free readings, which ain't cheap.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't free, trust me. Getting into this temple, lots of permits.
All those photons that we had to use as fuel in our time machine.
Yes.
It's expensive.
So thank you so much. Check out our Facebook page because we will be posting Emotional Rescue, your theme song. And subscribe, share, stay tuned. Ava is narrating a fabulous piece all about Isis.
Yeah, our mother goddess.
Yes, and
the mother of all goddesses.
Yes, yes. So thank you, and please tune in next month. Until then, namaste.
Thank you.
The history of female and mother goddesses help us as women to understand how slowly over time the divinity of women, which had been held in high respect in antiquity, became fractured and eventually lost its value in cultures around the world. Isis, the primary mother goddess of Egypt, is a prime example of this. Isis has been worshipped longer than any other known goddess. From the origin of written history to the 5th century AD, her worship began in ancient Egypt and later spread throughout Asia Minor and Europe. Her religion was a mystery cult in which she was revered as queen of heaven, earth, and the underworld. She was the goddess of love and gaiety. She was a powerful and magical healer, gifted with the ability to cure mind, body, and spirit. Isis is regarded as the universal mother. She is often portrayed suckling her son. She was a particular protector and patron of women. Isis guided women in childbirth and comforted women bereaved by the death of loved ones. Her qualities of compassion, tenderness, love, and devotion have endeared her to women throughout the ages. She is a reminder to women of their connection to the All-Goddess and to each other. As a patron of women, she affirms women as great sources of strength, healing, and inspiration for each other. She shows us our own ability to heal ourselves and to heal others. In the 4th century BC, Isis worship reached its greatest peak. There were great temples built to her. The cult of Isis spread from Alexandria throughout the Hellenistic world. After the 4th century BC, it appeared in Greece in combination with the cults of Horus, her son, and Serapis, the Greek name for Osiris. The three-part cult of Isis, Horus, and Serapis was introduced into Rome. In the 1st century BC, Egypt became a province of Rome under the leadership of Augustus. The Romans ruthlessly extracted money and resources from Egypt. They thrived at great expense to the conquered Egyptians. Over the centuries of Roman domination, people in Egypt and throughout the Mediterranean world sought comfort through the worship of the traditional Egyptian gods, whose mythology embraced a central belief in life after death. In time, the consulship of Rome made efforts to suppress or limit Isis worship. The cult virtually died out after the institution of Christianity, and the last remaining Egyptian temples to Isis were closed in the middle of the 6th century AD. In ancient Greece, the god Zeus emerged triumphant, but there were also several other gods. The male god of the ancient Hebrews, ancient Christians, and ancient Greeks effectively usurped the creative powers of the mother goddess, claiming for himself the female ability to produce offspring. And now, billions of women in the modern world are left without a positive archetype of the feminine divine. The ancient goddess Isis serves to remind us of a time when the female qualities of compassion, tenderness, love, and devotion were revered by mankind, so that now we as women can once again recognize and revere our own feminine divine.